Anyone who likes to see the wilderness and live alone knows that. The main food source is fish. Determines how long they can last. I mean, they're all wild survivalists. But there is a gap between the great gods. Some people even put out their fireplaces. Directly achieve the freedom of grilled fish. Others can only make soup with worms. Force energy to survive. The gap between the two sides is so big. Let's see what's going on. Day 16 of the challenge. Today happens to be Eva's birthday. I made myself an elaborate cupcake. It's the kind that money can't buy. Now, there is only one wish. That is to keep yourself full. What could be more important than that? She spent her birthday in the wilderness last year. There was nothing in the desert. Can only eat some of their own cans. Where is there nothing to eat now? Just a little more northwest wind into your stomach. I had no contact with the wild. Not a very happy time. I'm overwhelmed by everything. I only feel relaxed when I'm in nature. It would be even better to win the prize money. At present, I mainly want to feed my stomach by fishing. I get to fish on this shore every time. The location is not very good. Haven't had much food yet. Hope the birthday buff brings good luck. If it wasn't for the constant rumbling of hunger, it would be nice to lie here and enjoy the view. Maybe it's time to look elsewhere for food. And take a look at Kelly. I was going to catch some fish to eat. I caught a fish in a cage yesterday. It's been a long time since I've had enough to eat. So now I am very confident that I can complete the challenge. If only I could catch a few more fish. I won't be hungry for a week. I'm back where I was yesterday. Fish have been seen swimming in the water. Now move the funnel to the import point. What about the water? As soon as a fish comes in, you pick it up. It's definitely easier than fishing on your own. This challenge has made me improve a lot, especially when it comes to starvation. Who would have thought they could starve for 15 days? Just as Kelly was feeling it, a fish rushed in. Boy, that's a really good idea. Another big fish ready to go in. Hit the fish in the head with a stick. Now you don't have to worry about it falling into the water. There must be roe in that belly bulge. You know, the caviar you don't even want to eat. You can eat any fish you catch here. Freshness, that goes without saying. I feel it pulsating in my mouth. As long as there's nothing wrong with the creek, it should be able to ship steadily later. The funnel was conveniently placed on a nearby tree. Aren't you afraid the wind will blow you away? Let's start at the current pace. Kelly did have a chance to make it to the end, and Shay says she wants to eat too. It's been a long time since I've had a full meal. The whole person was so weak. Going on like this is not an option. Eating fern root every day is throwing up the whole stomach. The worms make up all the protein. Put in a pot and soak it in water. It became my favorite broth. I can't say how delicious it is. In any case, the nutritional value is very high. Perfect for when you're hungry in the wild. There's still food around. The traps we built didn't work. If we can get the trigger right. Freedom to roast meat is not a dream. There's been no activity in the traps lately. It feels like there's still something wrong with bait. Two bad bugs are easy to get around. I want to catch a trout and taste it. Has he forgotten what fish tastes like? There's nothing you can do right now. Just enough to knock the steel. Made into spears for hunting. Other players don't have the same luck. It's going to be great to poke a fish with. The bag gives them tetanus. Shay was quite pleased with that. If we can find more steel. I can even forge a knife myself. Dude, you want to go next door to the knife contest. Eva's been sitting here for 4 or 5 hours. I haven't seen any fish coming. If you have to starve on your birthday, well, that's really sad. In fact, I change the bait every day. Try out various fishing spots. I don't know why the effect is so small. Being hungry all the time isn't an option. What else do you think we can eat around here? Except to warm up by the fire. There really isn't anything left to do. This is probably the worst birthday I've ever had. If we don't catch any fish in the next few days, I have no choice but to give up the challenge. You can't keep abusing your stomach like this every day. Maybe going home is the right thing to do. The challenge continues on the 17th day. Eva really liked the view. It's the stomach that's always there urging. She felt powerless to placate, other than calling to quit the challenge. I can't think of any way to change the situation. If I can catch a fish, I don't have to go home so early. I wonder how many people dropped out of the challenge. I hope it's not the first. She's here to demonstrate her wilderness survival skills, not to push the limits of human starvation. There's only one thought on my mind. Get her back to dinner quickly. I don't want to feel hungry again. Get all the lost fat back. This is the life you want to live. I wonder how long this class will last. I think I've been doing pretty well for 17 days. About the same time, pack up and leave. Only come for the challenge. I realize how precious food is. I can finally go back and hug my family. With Eva gone, there are 8 players left on the court. Most of the players are still hungry. Now there's a storm coming. Some of these shelters can't handle it anymore, where they were busy making repairs. Others come to the shore to enjoy themselves. She doesn't believe the wind can blow people away. They say the bigger the storm, the bigger the fish. Musa has no intention of going fishing. Just lay there and watch the outside. I didn't eat for almost 10 days. I'm a little worried that my body won't be able to handle it. Tom is too cold to get up. It was hard to wait until the sun came out. Want to hold on to the end. In addition to having a steady diet, we still have to get the shelter door out. Fortunately, there are more materials around. Pretty soon figured out how to make it, huh? I'm going to collect more bark for weaving. The tree can still grow normally when this outer layer is removed. The problem is only one hand works. It takes more time and energy to process. The bark looks just like paper. Try to be completely peeled off for use. Because this hand hasn't had any friends since he was a kid. I'm only happy when I'm out in the wild. Tom wanted to show it on camera. Even one hand can live just fine. Don't complain about the misfortunes of life. It should be faced with a positive attitude. You can do that with one hand. So don't give up. There's still a lot to work on. The door to the shelter is secured. Food has been a problem. Gotta get something to eat. He didn't think he could win the challenge by starving himself. It's almost dark. Tom also lit the fire. I'm just curious. Aren't you afraid to light the shelter on fire? It's going to be hard to put out if it burns. He didn't think it was a problem, as long as it warms up the shelter. The challenge continued on day 18. Colleen's knee felt very uncomfortable. Long time without food supplement, plus the feeling of something coming at night. Never slept more than 4 hours. My head is groggy now. He didn't work with any energy. I keep making mistakes in my fishing nets. All she can think about right now is how to get food. There are actually wallabies around. That's definitely enough meat to feed yourself. Colleen's just having a hard time mentally. Didn't really want to take a shot at the wallabies. Let's hope we catch some fish when we're done with the gill net. Boy, you know that little kangaroo. I could have eaten it last week on a shoestring. I'd be the first to set up a trap. What's more important than getting your stomach full? Colleen said she didn't want to catch the wallaby. We're already working on a trap. How do we do it? To fight is to touch the organ. The wood on top of it can be smashed. The idea is good. You don't know where the prey is. Check the neighborhood for any fresh signs. And find a good place to set up a trap. Soon she spotted the wallaby's tracks. The marks on the ground are very clear. It must have been there recently. Immediately found a spot to set the trap. She used a net to catch. As soon as it gets inside the net and triggers the switch, it will be folded up immediately. As long as they're not too big, I'm sure they can hold up. Colleen didn't actually set a trap. I learned it all by watching videos. Success depends on luck. Try touching it and see what happens. Harder to use than I thought. You have to make adjustments as you go along. It took a long time to succeed. Colleen suddenly felt fine again, just waiting for the wallaby to come over here. For now, we're pinning our hopes on the trap. Kelly's not short of food at the moment. Thought I'd spend more time at the shelter. You catch fish the first few days, while the belly is stocked. Do as much work as you can to make your life better. These clay balls are the key to perfecting the fireplace. Fill in as many gaps as possible. There's plenty of room inside. There's no problem putting fish in for smoking. Kelly doesn't know how many contestants are left. I'm sure no one will be more comfortable than her. If this fish can be smoked successfully, food stress can be reduced a lot. The plan is to get a fish by the stream every day. It's half smoked and half eaten. What if nothing happens? It won't take many more months. The fireplace is almost finished. You can clean it up and cook it. There's no problem with the flame burning in there. The pan just fits on top. She felt she was over the worst. It's only going to get better. The fish is really fragrant when heated. Kelly can eat this every day and never get tired of it. I just miss my family a little. I wonder how they're doing now. If only we could be together here. The prize money is really important to her. Looking for a bigger house. Let the family have a comfortable environment. According to the current situation, Kelly has a real chance of making it to the end. Day 19 of the challenge. Ben still hasn't got any food. I'm starting to doubt my fishing skills. How come he didn't catch a little fish? For now, the shelter is a little more secure. Don't worry about being woken up by the cold wind. As long as it's not a big storm, I'm sure I can handle it. Ben thinks the reason he can't catch a fish must be the bait wasn't attractive enough. Plan to spend more time looking for bait today and see if it's up to my taste. It's just a broken shovel. More or less will affect the work efficiency. Fortunately, it's easy to replace. Just take out the bad parts and then continue to repair and install. A brand new shovel in no time. The body is a little weak though, but the mental state is okay. As long as we can keep it up until we get food, I still have a chance to make it to the end. All that matters now is digging up a bunch of bait. There's still a lot of untouched space around here. I hope it surprises me later. Just as I was about to leave, the shovel broke. Looks like we're going to have to keep working on it. Kelly's the only one who's doing well so far. A hiccup smells like fish. No food worries. Just in time to clean up your stuff. You should also pay attention to personal hygiene in the wild. The slightest hiccup here will affect the challenge. Keep it as clean as possible, and it will make you feel better. Already looking forward to what you're going to catch. I thought everything was going to be okay, but the color of that urine is not good. I'm afraid there's something wrong with my body. All I can do now is drink more water. I hope it's not an infection down there. I have never been in such a situation. For safety's sake, I decided to get the doctor to see me. If I'm told to go home because of this, I was really hard to accept. Tom was already very weak on the other side. Apart from continuing to fish, it's like there's really no way to get food. I'm hungry for the first time in my life. He had a thought that things would go wrong, but I didn't expect it to be this hard. The fish around don't know where to go. Might as well eat the bait yourself. At least the body gets some energy. Worst of all, it rained. It's going to be harder to catch fish. I suddenly noticed that a thread was taut. Are we finally going to get some food? Tom's been here a long time to finally see meat. The mood is so excited, and not a small one. Enough to feed himself, have the confidence to keep going. Kelly is anxiously waiting for the doctor to check on her. She's not sure she's out for it. There's a lot of fish in the shelter. It's a shame to leave like this. The doctor finally got to Kelly. After a brief inquiry and examination, talked to the staff without saying anything. Do you think Kelly can keep up the challenge? Let's wait and see.